Hello, YouTube and their crypto enthusiasts, and welcome to another episode of Equibit Crypto. Today we are looking at Bitcoin and the flash crash yesterday. I mean, this is not a huge flash crash compared to what we've seen earlier, and I will give you the reason for why we saw this flash crash of 8.5 percentage points. Right now, if we look at the daily, we can see we are kind of forming uh, the doji candle here, and this might be a tradable event, but only on the next candle tomorrow. If we get a huge pump tomorrow, we can see this as a morning star if it closes as a doji, but there is still much left of the day. So let's go to the reason why we saw this crash, and it have to do with Fed tapering. The Fed says um, on the third that they are going to do 10 billion less in Treasury and 5 billion less in mortgage-backed securities month over month. So it should not come as a surprise that we see a little bit of a correction in the Bitcoin price. We can see on the date where it was announced that we had a little bit of a warning here. It came back up, went back down, and if we go to the 4 hours, we can see that because that is really what is surprising here is Bitcoin pumping higher despite the Fed announcing that they will start tapering, or I wouldn't call it tapering even, I would call it less quantitative easing. Um, so let's see here. We had this head and shoulders forming, and it actually broke down, but it was saved by this line here. The bulls came in, they pumped it up, and there was sort of a a relief rally, pumping it higher. But the main reason why we saw this dump up here is because there was a breakout on the dollar strength index, as you can see here. This is a bit scary for Bitcoin holders, especially in the United States. For people overseas, it do not matter that much as they need to sell out of dollars after they sold their Bitcoin. So if they sell Bitcoin to dollars and then sell dollars back to their currency, then it shouldn't really matter that much. But as you can see here, this is the dollar, how strong the dollar is compared to other currencies and other measures. Um, and you can see here that the dollar just broke out from this W formation here, and also this mini cup here. There's a mini cup and handle here, sort of, at least a cup. And the target for this is really all the way up here. That is almost pre-pandemic levels of dollar strength, which is kind of weird since I mean they've been printing so many dollars and doing all these quantitative easing, but I think this will take time for us to reach this target, and on short term, I still see a lot of inflation coming, and I do think we will face some resistance on the way up here to the pre-pandemic levels of dollar strength. But that would be really amazing if the dollar actually came all the way back up to pre pandemic strength after all this quantitative easing and all this money printing. But I mean, they have been doing so in other countries as well, so we um, have to take that into account. And we can also see on the 10-year yield for bonds. Yesterday we had a huge pump here for about, I think it was 9%. Yeah, It closed around 7%, but it was all the way up in 10%. So that is basically the reason why we say crypto took a dump yesterday. It's because not because cryptos are weakening, but because the dollar is strengthening, and we have this breakout. So many people might expect the dollar to continue its upward path, and then it would be advantageous to be in dollars versus Bitcoin for many people, or maybe something else that also correlates better to a rising dollar value. So let's have a look at our favorite altcoins. And in the end of this video, I will show you a few coins that I'm looking into and have already bought. That might be a super opportunity. So let's start with our favorite coin, WAXP. That made us a ton of money. So we can see here we are still in this breakout. I mean, the WAXP is a gaming coin or a gaming chain, um, and it's uh, really taking advantage of this meta thing that's going on currently. So this is one of the hottest things around. We see this pump here. That was the Binance listing. Then we had a symmetrical triangle that broke out, and that gave us gain of, well, until now for 100%. So I mean, this is awesome. Right now, it's breaking out again from this bull flag. The target for this is all the way up at 75 cent. I, I'm not sure if it's gonna do that, but we have also the target of this symmetrical triangle here. And whenever you see two targets align, I mean, we already reached this perfectly here. And this seems to be a continuous pattern up here. I'm not sure if I would buy WAXP right now. I'm just saying, okay, we are talking about a few altcoins. Well, we were talking about 3, 4 altcoins on this YouTube channel, and next one is Solana. We did the same thing here, and I think we've reached our target here on Solana, on this symmetrical triangle. I think we took it from here. Yeah, we overshot our target on this one as well. So, because we didn't have too many touch points up here, so this triangle here is not 100% right, but target was overshot nevertheless. So that was Solana, and we also had the same thing on BNB. We had this invert head and shoulders, and we had then a target all the way up here. That target is not reached yet. Right now, we are probably forming a little bit of a bull flag here. Um, Maybe it's a little bit early to tell. Maybe it's better to just look at the 4 hours. We can see on BNB here, if we just remove this, that we sort of have a bull flag here. It's not, this one is not 100% clear, but if there is a little bit more of a drop um, in BNB, and we have a breakout from this bull flag here, we might go higher. And as you saw, the target for for this insane breakout. Let's do the target for the inverse head and shoulders first to just see where we are compared to that. I think that would be pretty spot on. Yeah, so we had the breakout here. We reached the target. Now it's going down. And let's then see the target of the whole symmetrical triangle here, which is all the way up at 851. But I do, since we reached the target now for this inverse head and shoulder, I do expect BNB to go down a little bit, and maybe we need a breakout from this bull flag before we can pump up to the final target of 853. Of course, we want to take profits quite on a big pattern like that. We want to take, I already took profits here, by the way, but we want to take profits before we reach the target. All right, so that was the coins that we've been talking about. We've been really fortunate with our coins here. And the next coin I want to talk about is this. We already had the breakout on WET, but the thing here is that this is such a huge pattern. Um, you can see there's a little bit of a W pattern here as well, coming up here and there, and then we broke out from that. We already retested this once, twice, three time, four time. So, and there is currently a little bit of a bull flag forming here now on the lower time frame. And the target for wet is, because we do have, maybe this is, maybe this triangle is a little bit too big, but if we're really conservative, we can take it from here, and we would say the target is up here at 223. So I would like to see wet go down to this line here, and probably this is a good target, almost at the all-time high. So the swing high before the all-time high is probably a good target for wet. How many percentage increase would that be from the current price? That would be a 45% increase, which is all right by me. So now let's look at some other coins that I've been looking into lately. One of them is PMON. So here we can see PMON form this falling wedge here. It broke out of the wedge. It didn't pump, so it's still technically in a breakout because it didn't pump to the top of the wedge. Um, but we can see how it did compared to, I mean, if we treat it as a channel and not as a wedge. It still haven't reached its target. Um, right now, it's in a little bit in a downtrend. I think there is good support down here, so that might be the first entry point if you want to buy this at $10. To be honest, I don't think it will reach it, but it almost reached it yesterday. Um, so I think right now we are going to see a bounce here because we have some support coming in here. So this might be a good time to enter PMON right now at this price here, especially if we face resistance here and go back down to this line or this line, or the best case scenario is that we go all the way back down to $7. What I like to do in these kind of situations is to buy in a little bit. Just don't care too much what the price is. I mean, right now it is a little bit at a discount compared to a few days ago. So you get it at about a 25% discount now compared to a few days ago. So what I like to do is just get in with a little bit, and if it falls down to another support level, then I get in with some more. And if it falls even further down, then I add some more. Um, these coins are very volatile. They go up and down by 100% on a weekly basis because it's a new project. But I'm very bullish on the project. So if we look at the project on coin market cap, we can see that there are 3 million 3.5 million circulating supply of Pimon. It got a market cap of 45 million, which is not much when you consider games like Axie Infinity, you have 2 billion market cap. So this is in a very early stage. I did buy some of these because the way it works is that you buy the Pimon token and you can either stake your token, that is fully functional, that you can do that already, or you can swap your tokens for these creatures here, these Pimons. Um, and then you also can stake your Pimons after you swap them. And then there are a few games coming, Polychain Island, and a few other games where you can go around and interact with other people. So this really falls in under the metaverse thing with virtual worlds where you own your own property. There's probably going to be land and a lot of games for this. So this project here is something that I'm very bullish on. And I also been in contact with the team because I had some issues and they sorted them out right away. It was just I had some issues with my MetaMask opening one of these packages. I just contacted them on Telegram and they fixed everything for me. So there is a nice support team here. It's not a scam or a rug pull or anything like that. This is something I really believe in, and I wouldn't say so if that was not the case. Of course, it comes with a high risk, but also with a high potential reward. So don't go and put all your money into Pimon. This is more of a side project. This is something we do for a little bit of fun and to be in on this whole metaverse thing. All right, so I think that was it for today, and I'll see you all next time. And remember to subscribe and make comments and ask questions in the comment section for to make some noise for the algorithm. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.